Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, again, just out on my S22 for another little ride, and I thought I'll bring you guys along. I've been a little bit slow on the videos for the riding, just because it's summer holidays and got some family visiting, and it's just been busy. I've been getting out, but not taking the camera, so just enjoying some warmish riding without all the camera kit. So sometimes that's also nice, you know, having a bit of downtime just to soak up the ride. But yeah, this morning it's nice and cool. This morning they said it's going to be, the weather app said it's going to be full sun, but it's actually full cloud. So I'm out on my S22 just for another little ride. I'm going to go next to the canal. I haven't been next to the canal in quite a long time. So we go next to the canal and then just bring you guys along. I also want to just quickly show you guys this burnt out car. It's for me bizarre how these things happen. But I think these things, this was satellite, so not good. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It really helps share the videos out, and also if people is interested in Kingsong S22 riding or EUC in general, electric bikes, motorbikes and so forth, please subscribe and follow along. Then you know when I upload a video, if you hit that notification bell. Another thing as well is share it out to other people. So yeah, if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Okay guys, well, let's get going. I'm just going to show you this car. It looks pretty hectic, to be honest. It's the old trusty old S22. This thing still rides like a dream, really. Very impressed. I'm thinking of getting myself some better pedals, and maybe also upgrading my Grizzla pads to the flow pads. But so far it's been really good. This is just another addition. This little edge, when you install the side fairing and without the side fairing, is pretty sharp. It digs into my leg. So I've just, this is normal baby bumper tape that you buy on Amazon, rolls, colors, whatever. Just fit some flat Velcro on it, and then it fits in your fairing. So pretty nice. Makes a huge difference to the leg comfort, because I've seen such a lot of guys with the inside of their legs being absolutely, like, really hurt, man. So have a look at that. Okay, let's go and have a look at this car. Look at that. Look at that. All the wiring loom, the rear seats. Don't know what type of car it is. Must have been a pretty hot fire, because everything is melted. Looks pretty eerie, to be honest. Sad. Okay, let's get going. So guys, I hope you've been having a good time during the summer, and wherever you are, and if it's winter, I hope you are getting some time out to actually ride if it's winter. I'll say this canal path here is pretty narrow. Don't want to go too quick, so I haven't been down here in ages. Don't know the quality of the little path. But so far it's been good. Whoa! It's quite the path has got quite a high what do you call it? Lip. So if you try and get out the path, because the tire on the S22 is not super round, it sort of wants to jump up. It's super narrow. Take the high road. I've been testing out the PIDZOOM stuff, so just stop here quickly. I've been testing the PIDZOOM tire pressure sensors on my motorbike because it's got two sensors, so I'm pretty happy with that. One comment that one of the guys said on my previous video about it, and something that you need to watch out for, is because the pressure sensor turns onto the valve, it depresses the valve the whole time. So if there's not a good enough seal, it is gonna basically slowly release air. Now there is quite a nice soft seal on the inside of the cap, and you sort of tighten it down and then you lock that thing in place. But if that seal for some reason becomes loose, it might leak out. Whoa, this thing is quite wobbly. There's the water. Yeah, so if that seal becomes loose, or it gets the cap gets loosened, it might leak out some air, and then you might have a flat tire. So just something to be aware of. That's the PIDZOOM tire pressure monitoring system that I just want to give you guys some feedback on, because I thought that is a very good comment and something to be aware of. For me personally, and for my use case, I'm going to use it as a short-term / mobile, what do you call it? Monitoring system. So it's going to be on my unicycle, then it's going to be on my motorbike, then it's going to be on my other unicycle. So I'm not going to leave it on there for days on end. But yeah, I have been testing it on my motorbike, and as loads of you have commented, there are loads of other options from Temu and AliExpress for much cheaper, and that's always going to be the case. You know, the only reason why I like the stuff from PIDZOOM is because they are focusing on the whole EUC brand, and the kit they're building there's some thought behind it as well. There's always people that's going to take something and make it cheaper. So, but for me, it was just like I wanted to share the PIDZOOM kit, because I think they do a really good bit of, you know, the stuff that they're building, the chargers for the EUCs, the helmet mirror that I still need to get out the box and actually try, but it's just really nice kit. So and I like to support the guys. They are small, and I would like to support them. So you know, it's one of those things. You know, you can choose. You can just go for the cheaper option, or you can go for a little bit more expensive and help the guys along. So that's on the PIDZOOM stuff. But guys, if you're interested in like EUC charging, I see Adam from Wrong Way has the new PIDZOOM charger as well, and it looks pretty good. You know, pretty good. So yeah, so check out their chargers. It's really good. I've got a 5% discount, affiliate link. So if you are keen to buy something from the store, use the 5% discount. Doesn't specifically if you want a helmet mirror. I think the helmet mirror is for me the king. And if you want a finger horn, they do the bicycle one, the smaller one. I tested the big one. The big one is for me too big. It's too hectic, too loud. The smaller one for me is a better option. It's also smaller, so it fits a little bit more. It's just out of the way. But yeah, use my 5%. It's there. Doesn't cost you anything. Just some feedback about riding. You know, a lot of new riders, they put such a lot of pressure on the wheel and on their legs to pinch the wheel so much. Now, this might sound a little bit weird, but I rarely touch the sides of the wheel. I stand on the wheel, and this is the thing that you need to try and get your mind around, I think, is to try and stand on the wheel with applying the same amount of pressure through both legs. And if you can do that, then you can balance on anything, really. If you think about it, you can, you know, these surfboards with a wooden roller underneath. If you apply the same amount of pressure through both feet, then you can balance on something. And but because you have a stronger leg, usually, my left leg is stronger than my right leg, so you naturally put more pressure through the one leg. Now, this is the thing that you need to try and get around. So, and as soon as you start getting used to that, applying the same amount of pressure through the legs, the wheel will just stand up straight, and you'll find it much easier to balance. It's easier said than done, but it might be that you apply a little bit more pressure to the weaker leg so it balances out. Keep that in the back of your mind. But the thing is, as soon as you start doing that, then balancing on the wheel, you do not need to pinch the wheel to go straight, because the wheel is perfectly balanced. It's upright. So if you apply the same amount of pressure, the wheel will just go forward or backwards. So it makes that part much easier. It also comes into play when you getting on and off the wheel. So if you apply more pressure to your one strong leg, jumping up and lifting up and applying the pressure and putting your foot down. So, and then again applying the same amount of pressure to get the wheel upright, and then you can go. It's sort of it's very difficult to explain. It's easier to explain when you are with someone trying to ride. I was doing this with my daughter the other day, and she's got exactly the same thing. You know, the one leg is stronger than the other leg. But as soon as you get the hang of it, of applying the same amount of pressure to both legs to get going, you know, if you want to turn, you know, it's good to apply pressure to the inside leg to where you want to go. But if you apply that same pressure, you get up on the wheel, and then when you start doing that, then you don't have to pinch the wheel, so the inside of your legs don't get like hurt like really bad. Because that's not what you want to do. You want to use your calves to basically just push the wheel a little bit to the one side. So I usually ride, it lightly touches on the inside, and then when I want to lean in, then I push my leg in, push my leg in, push my leg in to actually do that turns. And then if you knee rider as well, use the bumper tapes, man. Use like foam. Use as much stuff to protect your legs. As soon as you get used to riding and you feel more comfortable, then you can start stripping the stuff back, and then you can see the wheel again. But otherwise, tape it all up, man. If you're scared you're gonna hurt the wheel or gonna be falling a lot. And also, find yourself a place where it's nice and open. Sometimes you get a park where there's a basketball court, and then it's basketball court and then it's grass. So then go on the edge of the basketball court, and if you fall off, you can fall off on the grass. Or if you've got a place where there's nice and smooth grass, the bumpy grass is quite difficult to learn on, but it's smooth grass and it's hard packed grass. Because again, if grass is too thick, it struggles to get going, and then you struggle to actually get that going. But it's not easy. That's all I can say. A lot of people make EUC riding look very easy, and it is easy if your balance is good. But I've actually had someone try my wheel that can ride a normal unicycle, and they struggle with this thing. I struggle with the unicycle, but they struggle with this type of wheel. And it's also, it's quite a heavy thing, so it's a smaller wheel, lighter wheel, makes it much easier. So just keep all these things in mind. But yeah, take it, keep on going. That's all I'm saying. It's such a great sport. It's such a great hobby. It's such a awesome way to actually ride an electric unicycle. Doesn't matter what size and what brand or whatever. If you want to go super fast later on, the main thing is just to get up, take your time, 20 minutes, half an hour a day. Don't go when you knackered. It will just frustrate you if you try and learn when you're super tired and you try and get something right. Rather take the wheel, put it on the charger, take an hour, 2 hour break, and then get back on the wheel and try for another 20 minutes to half an hour. Small little increments, because the thing is, it also helps you build muscle memory of how the wheel feels and how the wheel reacts underneath your feet. This is just some tips, guys. I'm not a professional rider or whatever. It's just for me what I've seen when other people try and ride or try and get used to these things. And I see the photos on the internet where the people's legs and knees and stuff is all busted. And also, something simple. Use helmet. Use wrist guards as a minimum. Specifically when you are going to be falling a lot in the beginning. Just go and buy it. I think it's like 10, 15 pounds for like a set of wrist guards. Just put it on, thin gloves, job done. But yeah, if there's any questions or comments about riding an electric unicycle, or if you want to share your experiences, please drop it in the comments below. It's so helpful to other riders. And encourage people, man. If people see you riding past them and you've got time, stop and chat to the people. Share the knowledge about these things. The more younger people that wants to get into the sport, the more we can grow the sport, the more it's going to become normalized, so we can get more and more people to actually ride these things. Because that's what we want. More people to have fun on these things. I would like to go to a motocross track where it's like hard pack and just ride the motocross track for the morning, or more mountain bike trails. It's just good. It's just good fun. These things can go anywhere, and that's sort of the big thing for me. Yeah. Awesome. Big thumbs up. Okay, let's carry on a little bit, and then I'll finish off the video. I just want to show you quickly what I mean by applying the same amount of pressure through both legs. So I'm sitting here on this beam now, but if I apply more pressure to my left leg, the wheel is going to push to the one side. And now if you try with your inside leg, try and push in, this thing hurts you on the inside of your leg. really, really bad. And this is the same for the other leg. So, but if you apply the same amount of pressure on both sides, the wheel just stays up straight. More, sounds very simple really, but that's what you need to do. When you apply the same amount of pressure, boom, the wheel just balances by itself. Because the wheel wants to stay up straight. So yeah, pretty straightforward. But yeah, it's just to get that mindset. And then the same with what I was saying about getting up. I'm pushing in with this leg so that I've got an edge on the tire. So when I get up, I've got enough time for this leg to push down and bring the pedal up level, and then I can get going. So yeah, let's get, you push a little bit forward, boom. Yeah, this is coming from me that's been riding for quite a few years. But you get my drift. You get my drift. So again, if I push on my left leg, you see, left, right. And as soon as you pinch it, it does help keep the wheel upright. But the main objective is you see, my legs barely touches the side when I'm riding. I just make the wheel float. Because if you apply the same amount of pressure, then it just goes. It just stays up straight. You know, I've been doing this now riding these things for about, what is it now? About 9 years, if it's not longer. You know, when I can do pretty much exactly the same, not to the extremes of a mountain bike, like the massive jumps or whatever, but then again, you know, the guys like Shibby and whatever, Wrongway as well, they do massive jumps with these things. EUC Girl, you know, you see her as well, massive inspiration for younger riders to get out and ride these things. But you know, it's sort of, for me, it's like that. It's just like you can do pretty much the same to an extent on these things than a mountain bike, and the price is less. There's less to maintain, and it's just all round way more fun. And even if you've got loads of mountain bike trails or just trails in general around your area, you know, it's a no-brainer. You know, the small amount of time that you need to spend teaching yourself how to ride these things, compared to the sheer amount of pleasure you're going to have by just be able to get out and ride these things. It's just like it is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm here next to the canal. It's absolutely a beautiful morning, and I'm just cruising around. Now, if I have to do this with my mountain bike, I need to, you know, I can't hold the camera in my hand, to strap everything to my helmet and whatever, and it's just not a great experience. But look at this. Farmlands, sun's coming out. Sun's coming out, and it's absolutely gorgeous next to the canal here. Beautiful, nice and calm. Well, I'm going to make my way home, and I'm going to get myself a nice breakfast, and then I'm going to get the day started, because but yeah, brilliant. Nice early morning ride is always the best. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this little ride video, waffle, a little bit of feedback about the PIDZOOM, and also about learning how to ride an EUC, some tips and tricks. You know, sometimes it helps people, sometimes it doesn't. If it does help you, please share it on, and give the video a thumbs up. If there's any questions about electric unicycles, drop it in the comments below. I love to answer the questions and correspond with you guys. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.